with pre- and post-game commentary by head coach Jim Hartley. And now, Coffee Football 1986.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Coffee Football Replay. I'm Jerry Knight along with Yellow Jackets head coach Jim Hartley. And this afternoon we're going to be taking a look at Coffee's very crucial win this past Friday night over Albertville. Coffee defeated the Aggies 14-9 in another game that went right down to the wire. It was a big Area 14 game, and it put the Yellow Jackets alone at the top of the Area 14 standings late in the year with a 2-0 mark. And it also broke a 4-game losing streak. Jim Hartley, before the home fans, in several ways, that was a mighty, mighty big Coffee win Friday night.
Yeah, that's true. We had talked about this all week long, and we felt like we'd gotten to a point where maybe we had forgotten how to win to some extent, and the kids responded very well to it. They had a good week of practice, and they got their assignments down, their game plan down for them, and they came out and did some things that we had done in the past, and things just turned around for us a little bit. And in fact, we get a break or two and take advantage of it, and instead of letting someone else do it to us.
Jim, I know the offense has come under close scrutiny this year for not scoring a whole lot of points. 3 times this year, we've had a 0-0 game at halftime. On the second series of the game against Albertville, our offense took advantage of a short punt and drove it 58 yards. It was an 11-play drive, and we scored. And in my opinion, that seemed to give our football team, particularly our offense, some added confidence in the early part of the game.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, confidence. We took the football and we did some things with it. We executed, we blocked, carried out our assignments as a unit, and we didn't have one individual breakdown or two like we've had in the past. But and again, this is a compliment to the kids, and we're very proud of them. But again, not making any excuses. People have to realize that our offense has been changed a lot since August, and we're doing some things that we feel like we're capable of doing, and it might not look like that to some folks in the stands. They may be wanting us to do some other things, but we've got to do what we feel like we're capable of doing, and what our people are capable of doing, what our talent is capable of doing.
Jim, our defense, which has been the mainstay of our team this year, again came through in great fashion Friday night against the Aggies for the second time in the past 3 weeks. Our defense returned a turnover for a touchdown. Charles Smith did it a few weeks ago in one of the games with an interception of 88 yards. That seems to be a magic number for us. 88-yard return with a fumble the other night by Vernon Ingram, and it came when Albertville was threatening to tie the game up.
Yeah, again, big play. One of the times we turned something around on some folks, and we get a break, and Vernon happens to be in the right place at the right time, and the ball knocked out of there really by one of Albertville's players, and Vernon scoops it up and carries it back. But our defense, they've just played super all year long, and of course, first of all, that's credit to the kids themselves, but sometimes I know myself particularly, we don't give credit where credit's due, and it's those coaches preparing those kids to play, and of course, Coach Stewart and Coach Thomas and Coach Staggs, they do a super job.
Well, we got all of our points in the first half, 14-0. Albertville got their 9 in the second half, and let's get into the first half of action this past Friday night.
It'll be number 15, Harrison Long, will be kicking off for the Aggies. Albertville dressed in their white jerseys with the red numerals, black trousers, and the red headgear. Coffee in their home black with the white numerals, the gold trousers, and white headgear. We'll keep you posted tonight. We're going to be calling up to Ogle Stadium in Decatur throughout the game, getting reports on the Austin-Grissom battle. The situation in the playoff picture is this for Coffee. If they win tonight and Austin beats Grissom in Decatur, Coffee will be the Area 14 champ and will host the first game of the playoffs here at Brawley. And the game is underway. It's a low kick, going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. Fumbled momentarily, but picked up by Richardson at the 15 to the 20. Robbie's up to the 22 and spins to the 23-yard line. And that's where Coffee will put it in play as we open tonight's game. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line. And Bill Hunt, the sudden change in the weather from the previous Friday night, what kind of a factor will that be here tonight?
Well, I think it'll be a positive factor for the players. The field conditions are perfect. The weather is perfect. And it's a little Christmas. You feel alive. You feel vibrant. You want to get out there and knock somebody down and run the football.
All right, first and 10 at the 23. Here's the first offensive play of the game, and the handoff in there goes off to Robbie Richardson, who makes the 24. They may give him the 25-yard line. Making the hit in there was number 77, Dennis Wright. Now, Bill, the two tackles for Albertville are 6'4", 240, and 6'3", 255. One junior, one senior, and Coffee will probably concentrate on whipping them tonight to try to move the ball.
Well, if they're going to run the ball up the middle, they got to block those guys, and that's the mainstay of Albertville's line is the two big linemen that we mentioned when we talked about in the pregame show, but Coffee didn't block them that time.
The ball is at the 25-yard line. It's second down and 8 to go, and on second down, there's going to be a sack and a fumble back at about the 19-yard line. A blitz in there by number 50, Jamie Gore, the defensive right end, who came in unblocked and nailed the quarterback Phillips as he tried to throw on second down and 8, and he loses back to the 18-yard line. That play lost 7 yards, and now Coffee will be looking at third down and about 16.
Well, Jamie Gore is the right defensive end, and that time he just came in unblocked. Nobody for Coffee picked him up, and Phillips didn't have a chance that time. He was sacked for a big loss.
They mark it at the 17 of Coffee. It's third and a long way to go. Third and 16 for the Yellow Jackets on the first series of the game. And here's a draw play. Running wide is Ingram, and he tries to get loose, and he gets only back to the 15-yard line, where he's wrapped up by Dennis Wright, the big 6'4", 240-pound tackle. So the Coffee front wall didn't do very much blocking on that first offensive series, and Coffee will have to punt the ball, and Albertville should get good field position right here. The Aggies send J.D. Powell back in a single safety. He's standing at the midfield stripe, and here's one of the Coffee co-captains tonight. Their senior punter, Max Pride, the left footer, will kick it at about the 8-yard line. Albertville putting 6 men on the line. It's another low snap, and Pride scoops it up and drills a high kick out of there, drives Powell back to his 40. He takes it at the 40, now looks for running room. He's in trouble back there, trapped and going to be dropped at the 39-yard line on a great open field tackle by the kick team. And I believe that was
Juan Jones.
LaJuan Jones making the hit for Coffee, keeping Powell from getting any running room at all. So Max Pride comes up with another beautiful punt for Coffee after having to pick it up off the ground. And so Albertville will put it in play at their own 40, first down and 10 yards to go.
That was a 44-yard punt with no return.
All right, here come the Aggies. They run up to the line. They sprint and go on a quick count. They've got 3 wideouts, and here's a quick pitch in the backfield at the 40, up around the 43-yard line. With the football is Soper, the fullback, and Coffee hits him up around the 43-yard line. Let's see where the official makes the mark. Vernon Ingram, one of the linebackers, is out there on the hit. And they mark it at the 43, a gain of 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go for the Aggies.
The way Albertville gets to the line of scrimmage and starts their offense, Jerry, not only is Coffee's defense going to have to be alert, we are too.
All right, Grice is wide to the left side. Jeff Harden is wide to the right. They've got a wing to the right side, and here's the quarterback straight back to throw on his first pass attempt of the night. He's going to have to run out of the pocket, crosses the 45, and dives to the 49-yard line. Before Coffee can react and knock him down at the 49, the man that made the hit was number 20, Darrell Higgins, and he might have got right on the 50-yard line. They mark him at the Albertville 49-yard line, and now the Aggies are facing a third and short, 3rd and 1 at about the 49. The ball really is between the 49 and the 50. So it's third and less than a yard to go for Albertville here with 8:18 to go in the first quarter, and we have no score. We're just underway. Big Area 14 game. Albertville has beat Grissom. Coffee defeated Austin. So the winner tonight will take the Area 14 lead. Here's a quarterback handoff, and I don't think he got it. He broke away, and he's fighting and nailed back at about the 48-yard line. A great Coffee surge in there, and the man that made the final hit was number 62. For the Yellow Jackets, that would be Brian McLaughlin. But the entire left side, Bill Hunt of the defensive line on third and less than the yard, rose to the occasion.
Well, the linebackers shot the gap that time, too, and they blocked up the Albertville line. They couldn't get off the line of scrimmage, and Coffee held him. He tried to spin out, and Coffee knocked him down for about a 3-yard loss. Big defensive play for Coffee.
4th down and 2. Albertville comes to the line of scrimmage. They shift into punt formation. So a good defensive play early for Coffee, and here's the punt, and it's not a good one. Hits off the side of his foot, hits at the 40, gets the Coffee roll, and going to roll out of bounds at the Coffee 42-yard line. So the punter for Albertville did not get off a good kick at all, and Coffee will have great field position at their 42-yard line.
That was just a 9-yard punt from the line of scrimmage that time, and he really wasn't pressured. Coffee did not have the rush on. They had to return on, but it hit off the side of his foot, hit it about the 40-yard line, bounced back about 2 yards, and went out of bounds.
Art Ingram and Robbie Richardson are the running backs. David Phillips at quarterback for Coffee from the 42. Here's Richardson. He got a yard to the 43. He is stripped up in there by Jeff Powell, the middle linebacker. Albertville Bill Hunt runs a 4-3 defense.
Well, that's 4 down linemen, and 2 of them are big, as we've mentioned, and they've got 3 linebackers, and those linebackers will cheat up if they feel it's a running play, and Coffee is not doing a good job of blasting those people off the line of scrimmage. There's no place for the backs to run right now.
Wide to the right goes Darrell Higgins. Here's 2nd down and 9 yards to go, and the quick hitter in there, nothing happening. Vernon Ingram fighting on second effort, might have got 2-3 yards before he finally pulled down at the 44-yard line. Vernon Ingram was hit at the line of scrimmage. Apparently for no gain, it looked like, but he shook loose and was finally tripped up by Reed Garner. So great second effort by Vernon Ingram. Got about 1.5 yards when he was stopped dead in his tracks. So they mark the ball at the 44.5-yard line, and Coffee now is facing another 3rd down possession play. It's 3rd and about 7.5, 8 yards to go at their own 44.5-yard line. Phillips puts 2 wideouts to the right side and goes back to throw. Pump's going to run it. Got running room at the 50. Albertville 45 crosses the 40 and fights down to the Aggie 36-yard line, and a Coffee first down. A good read by David Phillips. His receivers were covered. It was a quick out pass, and when they were covered, he just ran what looked to be a quarterback draw and sprinted down to the 35-yard line, and Bill Hunt a big first down for Coffee.
Well, I would like to say that was a planned play, but I don't know if I can or not. He did look wide to the right. It was a slant pass over the middle, and the receiver was covered. He pulled it down and picked up yardage.
First down at the Aggie 35. Here's a handoff to Richardson inside the 30. Breaks the tackle, fights to the 25, and lunges to the 23-yard line. And that's going to be another Coffee first down as Richardson clicks off about 12 yards before he's finally nailed in there by Steve Miller, the free safety. So Robbie Richardson picks up about, let's see, the official's going to mark it at the 23, and that's a gain of 12. It's another Coffee first down.
That was just a quick opener up the middle, trapping on the line of scrimmage. They trapped that big guard right that time on the right side, and Richardson broke into the clear and picked up 12 yards.
Coffee offensive line firing out on this drive now. Here's Phillips on the option. Got a hole at the 20, cuts it inside to the 18-yard line. He's finally pulled down over there by number 83. Making the tackle for the Aggies, that's Jeff Jenkins. So Coffee offense looking pretty good right here on this second drive of the night. They have it at the Aggie 18-yard line, 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
Short side of the field was to the left as we look at it that time, and Albertville had overshifted to the right, to the wide side of the field, and they ran the triple option. Coffee did back to the short side. Phillips kept it, picked up 6 yards.
All right, here's 2nd down and 5 yards to go at the 18-yard line. Inside hitter to Richardson again, and Robbie gets about to say he's still on his feet. They're going to blow the whistle here. Boy, Coffee's back's running hard. That's Ingram and Richardson as the offensive coordinator, Gainan Smith, decided to make that change offensively. He put them both in there. They're both the starting linebackers for Coffee, but the offense has been suffering a lot this year as far as picking up yardage and points. He decided to put those 2 great athletes in there running back, and they're looking real good so far. The ball now is at about the 17-yard line. That play gained a yard, but it was a hard yard picked up by Robbie. Here's 3rd down and 4. Man comes in motion to the left side, is right, and it's a quick pitch that way. Behind blocking at the 15. Ingram dives inside the 15 to the 12, and that's another Coffee first down. So they brought Wright in motion that time and used him as the lead blocker, and Vernon Ingram picked up the first down at the Albertville 13-yard line, and Bill Hunt, the Yellow Jackets, are moving the football offensively here in the first quarter.
Well, they're using the short side of the field. The motion that time, Albertville didn't react to the motion. They kept their strong set to the wide side of the field. It was a quick pitch to Vernon Ingram. All he had to do was block one man, and he had yardage.
It's at the 13-yard line. Here comes Richardson on a misdirection play at the 10, and Robbie's inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. He's finally pulled down over there by Keith Smith at the 8-yard line, and Coffee is threatening here in the first quarter with 3:50 to go. No score so far. Dessler leads Wilson 6-0 in the first period. Dessler wins that. They'll be the area champs in 4A and will secure a playoff berth. They're going for their 6th straight win after opening up with 2 losses. Holpe at the 8-yard line, second and about 5. Phillips on the option play turns into a crowd and down at the 6. Had he pitched that football to Richardson, he might have scored, but David turned it up, ran right into the defensive charge for Albertville at the 6-yard line. Or really, they put it at the 7. Had he pitched that ball to Richardson, then Robbie could have sprinted for the goal line, but David kept it and was nailed at about the 7-yard line. Phillips directing Coffee right straight down the field. It's third down and about 5. They've got to go to about the 3-2-3-yard line. Here's Phillips looking. Gives it off to Ingram. He's sprinting wide at the 5. Dives toward the flag, and the official marks him down at the goal line. And Coffee will have it first and goal to go at about the 1-foot line. As Vernon Ingram made a great charge.
Coffee was in the wishbone that time for the first time that I remember this year, and it was just a power pitch to the short side of the field again. They're running left. Vernon Ingram on the pitch with 2 lead blockers out in front of him. Had some yardage. He knocked the flag down at the goal line, but the umpire said that the ball went out of bounds at the 1-foot line.
Here's the play, giving it off to Ingram, and he tries to lunge for the goal, but Albertville stops him right at the line of scrimmage. A good charge by Shane Wallace, the outside linebacker for the Aggies, along with number 83, who was in there on the tackle. That's Jeff Jenkins. So Coffee was 4 shots from the 1-yard line. Now it's second down and goal at the 1. 2:30 left to go. I know the offensive has really looked good on this drive, and that pleases the Coffee coaches if they can punch this one in here. That'll give that offense some confidence. Here's a wishbone. Ingram dives off the left side. He got in there. Vernon Ingram touchdown, Coffee, and they get on the board first. 6-0. 2:15 to go in the first quarter, Bill, and a very impressive Coffee drive.
Well, it was very impressive. That drive started at their own 42-yard line after Albertville had a poor punt, and Coffee took it and just drove it straight down the field. That particular touchdown play was really a mix-up in the backfield. I think Phillips or Ingram went the wrong way, but they did get it in the end zone.
Third touchdown of the year for Vernon Ingram. Here's George Williams, who is a perfect 8 out of 8 on extra points. His kick is in the air, and he got 9 out of 9. There's a 30-second timeout. With the score, Coffee 7 and Albertville nothing.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter, Coffee's just put together 11-play, 58-yard drive that consumed 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Ingram taking it in from the 1-yard line. The extra point by Williams was good, and Coffee leads 7-0.
All right, so Coffee now with a drive, and it's good to see that offense moving that football and taking advantage of a break. Here's a high kick by Whitney Ford. It's taken at the 14-yard line. Albertville returning up the left side to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and finally down at the 30-yard line. Making the stop in the open field for Coffee is number 63, Trent Thompson. So the Yellow Jackets with a 7-0 lead early. Albertville will put it in play at their 35-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. That's where they started a moment ago, and Coffee held them on down. So Coffee with a big third and 1 held the Aggies, and then a poor Albertville punt, and Coffee took it at their own 42 and drove down for the touchdown. Here's an end-around sweep pitch at the 40, at the 45-yard line. Running the ball is Keith Smith. coming out of that wing position, taking the pitch on a sweep, and he scoots up around the 45-yard line. That's right at the first down marker. And they'll call for a measurement. Official now looking at it. It's right in front of the chain, but they're going to say he's just inches short. So the ball is at the 45-yard line, second down and just inches to go. That's all for a first down. A minute and a half to go. First quarter, Coffee leads early 7-0. Here's Smith on the very same play, up to the 45 and out of bounds at midfield. That's an Albertville first down. Trent Thompson and Steve Skipworth run him out at the midfield stripe. So the Aggies, with the same pitch play to Smith 2 times in a row, pick up the first down at midfield.
Keith Smith's actually lining up at a wing back. He's up near the line of scrimmage on the right side, and he's going in motion back behind the fullback. Quarterback's taking the ball, pitching it back to him. The fullback's leading him around the corner, and he's picked up about 15 yards in 2 plays.
Here's the same play, but this time it's a reverse handoff. Coming away the other way is Grice at the 45. He's in the open field at the 50, breaks a tackle at the 45, the Coffee 40, and finally nailed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Skipworth and Charles Smith hit him. So that time they pitched to Smith, but this time he gave it to Grice coming back the other way on a reverse, and it froze Coffee for just a moment, and Grice, who has that great speed, picks up a first down at the Coffee 37-yard line, a gain of 13.
Well, Grice is considered the best athlete on the team. He's a wide out to the left every time. That time they gave it to him on a reverse. He picked up good yardage.
First down at the 37, draw play to Soper, inside the 35 to the 31, and there's the first flag of the night dropped in there. And let's see who's that against. Soper goes up to the 31, a gain of about 6 yards on the play, and that's against Coffee, apparently. They're pointing at the Yellow Jackets. First flag of the night. We have 1 minute left in the first quarter. Coffee 7, Albertville nothing. Coffee drove 58 yards after an Albertville punt for the only touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I believe the penalty is going to be against Albertville.
All right. Well, good.
They were, it was a crack back block on one of the Coffee defensive halfbacks. The end had gone down and cut back on him and hit him from behind. I believe they're going to call clipping. Big break for Coffee.
And that's Bill Hunt's first tongue twister of the night.
It's hard to say.
Okay, they were pointing at Coffee. We thought the penalty was against them, but we're glad we were wrong, and it's back at the Albertville 48-yard line now, where they'll be looking at first down and 25 yards to go. So Coffee gets a break on the penalty there, and the clock runs, and the Aggies are quickly out of the huddle, and back to throw is the quarterback, Nix. He's under rush from Coos, and he got him back at the 38-yard line. Boy, Coos just reached in there by the jersey and slung him to the ground like pro wrestling. And that's another loss, and the Aggies are driven further back. Great play by Coos.
That shows you the strength of Stephen Koontz right there. If you could have seen him, the quarterback was trying to dodge him. Stephen just reached his one arm out there and just knocked him down to the ground with one arm, and the quarterback was running away from him. Just tremendous play by Koontz, and Albertville's in a deep, deep hole.
That play lost about 9 or 10 yards. It's back at the Aggie 38. Draw play to Soper, who scampers to the 44, 45-yard line before Ingram grabs him by the feet and knocks him down at the 45. So now the Aggies will have third and still a long way to go. They got to go to the Coffee 27. That's the end of the first quarter. So it's a 60-second timeout at the end of one. Coffee 7, Albertville nothing.
Color my world with hope of loving.
Showing you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say, I love you, than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
All right, as we open the second quarter, Nix is in the pocket to throw. It's a swing out, complete at the 45, and Coffee converges up to 50. He gets away and gets into Coffee territory at the 47. Nix drops it off to J.T. Powell out of the backfield, but they had a long way to go. They had to go all the way to the Coffee 27. So the defense, using that penalty and the back by 2. Fourth Albertville to punt here, and we have a Coffee player down. That is Charles Smith. One of Coffee's fine two-way performers. Shake it up on the play, and Coach Thomas out there. And we want to take this opportunity to say hi to Moose, the famous Coffee manager. Football and basketball loved by everybody at Coffee High School. And Bill, before the game, Moose said he was issuing the players a challenge that if they would win the next 3 games in a row to close out the season, he was going to let them shave his head. All right. I tried to get him to talk about that or think about it before he made that commitment, so we don't know if he went through with it or not. But we want to say hi to him. He does a great job. All right, Albertville will punt. Coffee's only touchdown drive came as a result of a bad punt by the Aggies the first time they kicked it. And here's a much better kick out of there. Good spiral. It's going to drive Higgins back to his 13. He's back to the 15 to the 20 and fights up around the 23-yard line. So Higgins returns at 8 yards to the 23. And Coffee will put it in play. First and 10, set point. We just started the second quarter, and the Jackets are leading Albertville 7-0. Their second series of the night, they went 58 yards for their touchdown. Ingram scoring from 1 yard out. So they'll have it now, leading 7-0. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line. A big area 14 battle here tonight in Brawley. Wing to the right is right. Ingram, and this time Mark Williams is in there spelling Robbie Richardson at fullback, and he gets the pitch on the corner at the 25, turns it up at the 30, and goes out of bounds at the 32. So Williams picks up about 9 yards on the carry, or 8 yards. They mark it at about the 31-yard line, they put it. So it'll be second down and 2 yards to go. Mark Williams, a promising sophomore, giving Robbie Richardson some rest here. Robbie ran the ball a lot on that touchdown drive. So he's in that backfield with junior Vernon Ingram. Quarterback is junior David Phillips. So Coffee doesn't have a senior in their backfield right now. And here's a handoff to Vernon. Vernon is up around the 32, the 33. They drive him back hard. And he's going to be close to the first down marker. It depends on where the official marks the ball. I believe it's going to be short by about a couple of feet, and they put it at the 33. So it's going to be third and just about the length of the football to go for a first down. Coffee made a big stand in this particular situation earlier in the first quarter to give them momentum, and let's see how the Aggies handle it right here. Coffee's been running wide tonight on Albertville and getting some good yardage on the corners. They haven't been able to do that a lot this year. Here's third down and short for Coffee, and Phillips called on Ingram. He got his first down at the 35, weaves back inside to the 36. And he stopped there at the 36-yard line by Miller, who came up from his safety position to make the tackle. And that's a Coffee first down. So Coffee's offense looking very, very much improved here in this game against the Aggies. This is a big game for them. 9:25 to go in the first half. Coffee leading 7-0. And doing what Coach Gainem Smith wanted them to do, to keep that ball for some time tonight, to keep it away from that run-and-shoot offense for the Aggies, which is very explosive. Here's a penalty play before the ball is snapped. Both sides jump. Let's see who it's against. Coffee might have moved. Then again, the Aggies might have jumped offside. They're going to call it against Albertville. So Coffee buys 5 yards, and that'll make it first and a short 5 to go. Moves it up to the Coffee 41-yard line, where it's first down and 5 yards to go.
Coffee sent number 45, Mark Wright, in motion that time, and as he went in motion, Albertville jumped offside. Coffee's down lineman did not move, so it's encroachment. Coffee gets first down, 5 yards to go.
9 minutes to go in the half. Coffee 7, Albertville nothing. Here's a draw play. Williams, he's not going to do anything. He didn't get a block back there, and pouring in on him was number 77, Dennis Wright. The big 6'4", 240 right tackle, and Mark loses back to the 37.
He was also hit by number 71, Reed Gardner, the 255-pounder. He had about over 500 pounds of people on top of him that time.
So Coffee loses the 5 yards they got on the penalty, and now it's second down and 10 yards to go. Ball at the Jacket 37, 8.5 minutes to go in the half. Coffee 7, Albertville nothing. Double wide out this time for Coffee, and Phillips sprints back to throw. He's got the protection. He shoots it upfield. Open is right and drops it at the 50-yard line. A beautiful pass by Phillips right in the hands of Wright, and he dropped it at midfield. He ran a great curl pattern, but he couldn't hang on.
Mark Wright went down the field about 15 yards straight down. He was split out to the right side of the field. He went down about 15 yards, curled it back to the middle. Phillips had time to pass that time. He threw it right on the money, hit Mark right in the hands, and he dropped the football.
Beautiful pass from David Phillips that time. He threaded the needle on that one. There's 3rd down and 10 possession for Coffee. Phillips under a heavy rush. He's in trouble. Looks upfield, fires it over the middle. Incomplete. Higgins had it on his hands at the 48-yard line and couldn't quite handle it. Phillips did a great job of scrambling from a heavy rush that time and did a very good job of just getting rid of the football that time. Tried to hit Higgins on the run and just missed him. So Coffee will have to punt, and they send Max Pride in to kick it. Back deep for Albertville is Richard McElrath, number 10. He's a sophomore. He's back in single safety. Oh, wait a minute, that's Powell instead of McElrath. That's J.D. Powell back there, number 40. Here's Pride's kicking a great spiral. This drives Powell back inside his 20 at the 17. Here he comes back to the 20, and Jones wrapped him up at the 18-yard line. LaJuan Jones again with a great tackle on the punt team. And boy, Pride is booming him out of there tonight, Bill.
47 yards, Jerry, no return. That's 2 punts that Max Pride had tonight. 44 yards, no return. 47 yards, no return.
That's the beauty of a great kicking game right there. So they're going to have to start at their 17-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go. As the Coffee defense digs in now, hoping for a turnover. Here is a double wing. And the quarterback gives to Soper, who's over the 20, 25, and out to the 27-yard line before Skipworth and Higgins track him down. They had a double wing that time, and they went straight up the middle to Soper, and he gets a 1st down for the Aggies on an 11-yard run to the 28-yard line.
Well, the first thing you got to do in this one-back offense, when we talk about one back, you got double wideouts. You don't only have a fullback. You got to stop that fullback. Coffee didn't do it.
All right, the Aggies sprint to the line of scrimmage. Here's a quick pick to Smith, and he stopped in his tracks. Jones hit him at the 26-yard line. Boy, LaJuan Jones is playing fired-up football tonight. The junior end on the right side nailed Smith as he come up the alley, and he got to the 26 for a loss of 2 yards. So it's 2nd down and 12 as Todd Wright checks in for Coffee defensively. 7 minutes left, first half. It's Coffee 7, Albertville nothing. Coffee playing well here in this first half. And right now the quarterback, Nick, is conferring with Jerry Frederick, one of the officials. And let's see if the Aggies want a timeout.
Jerry, they didn't move the 1st down markers starting that play. They're showing 1st down, and the chains are back on the other side of the 1st down marker. I don't understand what's going on. That's the reason the coach called timeout. They're trying to get the chains set right.
Bill, I know what it was. Albertville sprinted up to the line of scrimmage so quick they didn't have time to move the markers. That's the way they do. They sprint right straight up to the line, and Conrad Nix is on the field. He's a little upset right now. So
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Coach Nix is still conferring with the official across the way, and apparently he's a little upset about the incident here that's happened.
The official on the first play from scrimmage in this series never signaled 1st down. He thought it was a 1st down, but the chains never were moved. The official said he was short. That time they lost the 2 yards, and now it's 3rd down and 1 yard to go. So I'm not sure the officials didn't make a mistake by not moving the chains, but regardless, it's 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
All right, here's a big play for the Coffee defense at the 26-yard line. Here's the quarterback, Nix, up the middle, Soper, and he got his 1st down that time, no doubt about it, over the 30 to the 32 where Thompson tripped him up. So the power running of Alan Soper, the senior fullback, got the Aggie 1st down at the 42. Rather the 32. So now it's 1st and 10 for the Aggies at their own 32-yard line. Coffee leads in this game 7-0 with 6:40 to go. And we were a little bit surprised, based on the scouting report that we had, that Albertville is not throwing the football as much as one would tend to believe, because they're sticking on the ground with it. But they may go to the air here shortly. And here's Nix in the pocket to throw. It's complete. Sideline to the 40-yard line and out of bounds. To J.D. Powell is running back. And that's a gain of about 8. He's 2nd down and 2 at the 40.
One reason they may not be throwing as much, Jerry, is because Coffee's pass defense is #1 rated in the Quad Cities area here. They're only allowing 25 yards per game.
That's right, and the secondary, or the defense, has picked off 7 passes in the 6 games that we've played so far. The ball is just over the 40-yard line in Albertville territory, where it's second down and about 1.5 yards to go. Here's Nix on the option play. Turns it up, and he's hit head-on by LaJuan Jones at the 42, and that's going to be close to a first down. Jones playing well tonight from that defensive right end slot. Michael Johnson getting a rest defensively. Jones has moved into that starting slot, and Johnson concentrating on offense. And they're going to call for the change from across the sideline. Don't forget our coaches' breakfast tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We'll have the area coaches and players from the beautiful Holiday Inn in Sheffield, and we'll be talking about a lot of games going on tonight. Here are 2 scores we have. Dexter 6, Wilson nothing, first quarter. And in the first quarter, Tupelo, Mississippi 14, and the Sheffield Bulldogs nothing. Well, Tupelo put on a clinic against us last year down there, a 24-21 game. Tupelo winning it by 3, and one of the greatest, most exciting games we've ever called. And they have their quarterback back, and I'm sure they're displaying that great offensive firepower. They were undefeated and in the rank in the state of Mississippi a couple of weeks ago. And Sheffield getting a look at that Tupelo, Mississippi brand of ball tonight over at Walton Wright Stadium, and Tupelo leading 14-0 in the first half.
They're 4 inches short on the measurement, Jerry. It's going to be third down, 4 inches to go. And this is where Coffee held them for about a yard loss last time they had this situation. Let's see if we can do it again.
Well, you would think they would go to Soper, that big fullback, 185-pounder. He's 5'7", runs low to the ground. Let's see who they call on. There it is. There's a pitch to Soper. He tries to sweep. Coffee had him hemmed up, but a penalty is dropped at the 42. He falls forward for enough for a first down, but let's hold it and see who the flag's against.
Coffee had the defense there. They hit him, and he's going off the field. They hit him hard that time. 2 or 3 Coffee defenders did, and they hit him about a yard short, but he is a fire plug, and his momentum carried him for the first down. But as you said, there's a penalty on the play. We'll have to see what the call is.
He's going off holding his arm, Bill. He took himself out of the game then because he must have fell on that left arm. He's holding it as he trots off the field, and we hope he's all right. So the penalty is going to be against Albertville. And it's a major distance penalty here on third down, and that's a big play for Coffee defensively. That'll bring them Albertville back now, and we'll
holding.
Yeah, it'll nullify the first down. So that moves it back to the 31. And Albertville now will be looking at third down and about 11 at the 31-yard line. Clock is running, 5:15 to go, first half, and Coffee holding a 7-0 lead in a crucial Area 14 game here. Halftime lead for the Yellow Jackets would be big psychologically. They haven't had very many of those this year. Here's the quarterback back to throw. He shoots it over the middle. It's complete to Grice and out of bounds for a first down at the Albertville 44-yard line. So Grice with a wide out. He sprinted downfield and cut to the sideline, and Nick put it right on the money, and the Aggies get a big third down conversion. Hit out of bounds by Higgins.
Grice is always the split end or receiver to the left side. That time he knew where he needed to get for the first down. He went down about 14 yards on a sprint. Then he stopped, cut back to the sideline, and Nix laid the ball right on the money. He took it in and kept his feet in bounds, picked up the first down.
First down and 10, Albertville at their 44-yard line. There's a double wide out to the right, and Grice is split to the left, and Nix is back to throw. He's in the pocket. He loops it downfield, and it's knocked out of bounds. Grice pulled it down. Wait a minute. Oh, he caught the ball. We thought he was pushed out of bounds. Grice went up between Higgins and Skipworth and made a spectacular catch at the Coffee 26-yard line.
Coffee had double coverage on Grice that time. This was just a fly pattern right down the sideline. Instead of pulling up like he did before for the first down, he kept running. The quarterback just threw it up. Nix just threw it up high, and Grice out-jumped 2 Coffee defenders on a great catch and brought the ball in at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's why the Coffee coaches say he's the best player they've got. And Coffee's going to have to get more of a pass rush against Nix. They're not being able to get to him so far. The ball at the Coffee 25-yard line, and Nix on a draw play up the middle of the 20, 15, and inside the 15. Down around the 12-yard line goes Shane Wallace. He's in there at fullback for Soper, and that's another Aggie first down. So Albertville coming alive here in the last few minutes of the first half, trying to tie this game up. They have it first down and 10 at the Coffee 12.
That's that quick trap play up the middle that they've been moving the ball on Coffee most of this series with, besides the pass plays. Just the quarterback hands off to the fullback on a little delay, trap up the middle, and they picked up good yardage again.
Sarge Grice comes wide to the left. Harden goes wide to the right, and here's a pitch in the backfield to Smith inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Smith is knocked down in there by Trent Thompson, hit him. Skipworth is in there along with number 50, Keith Abernathy. Let's see where they say his knee touched down at the 8-yard line. So it's second down and about 6. They can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Albertville with the ball at the Coffee 8. Coffee leading 7-0, but the Aggies trying to tie the game here in the closing minutes of the first half. Both bands will be performing at halftime. Albertville brought a huge band all the way up to Florence tonight. They'll be performing at halftime. Here's Nix to throw from the 8-yard line into the end zone, broken up in there by Higgins. He was trying to hit Grice on the cross pattern in the end zone, and good coverage by Darrell Higgins. So it's third down at the 8-yard line, 3rd and 6.
That was great coverage by Darrell Higgins that time, because he had Grice man for man, and Grice went down about 10 yards into the end zone, then cut it towards the goalpost, and the ball was catchable, but Higgins was right there to break it up. Just good defense by Higgins, man on Grice.
Higgins, just a junior at cornerback. Double wide out to the right, third down at the 8. Nick drops the football. It's scrambled, a loose ball. Coffee picks it up at the 10, 20, 30, 40. Ingram at the 50, at the Albertville 40, being chased at the 30, 20, 10, 5, 90-yard touchdown, Vernon Ingram.
Lord have mercy, we're trying to play defense. Quarterback fumbled the snap from center. One of the linemen's foot hit it and kicked it out to the sideline. Vernon Ingram picked it up on the run and outran number 35 for Albertville, Shane Wallace, in a foot race right down the middle of the field, took it 90 yards. Fumble recovery touchdown.
All right, Roy officially says 88, Bill Hunt, but what a play by Vernon Ingram. And George Williams will attempt the extra point. That's what you call sudden change. The ball is on the tee. Williams drills it through. 30-second timeout with the score. Coffee 14 and Albertville nothing.
Color my world with hope of loving you.
Show her you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
The ball was fumbled on the snap. It looked as though Nick kicked it as he tried to pick it up. It went outside all around where the end plays, and Ingram scooped it up and scampered 88 yards for a Coffee touchdown. So Coffee leads 14-0, and that comes with 2:56 left in the half. All right, Whitney Ford will attempt the extra point, or rather will kick off. Williams just made his 10th straight extra point. He's not missed this year. Here's Ford kick back at the 1. Here comes Soper to the 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 28. Soper to the 28-yard line and hit there by Mark Williams. So Albertville will put it in play. So that kind of stunned the Aggies on that defensive play by Coffee. Vernon Ingram picking up a fumble at the Coffee 12-yard line and racing 88 yards for a touchdown. So Coffee leads 14-0.
I wondered if Vernon would come back on defense, but he's back out there. He's at his linebacker position.
All right, Albertville now will put it in play at their 28. And Nix goes back to throw. They're going to be forced to put it up now. He shoots it downfield. It's incomplete, broken up by Higgins at the 43. Good coverage by Darrell Higgins. He's just playing excellent cornerback. Coffee has 7 interceptions on the year, and Higgins has 3 of them. And he's just a junior. Teresa Moon will be here at halftime with our halftime news. all the happenings around Coffee High School as they wind down following that big homecoming week last week. Here's second down and 10 at the 28 of Albertville. Coffee 14-0. Here's a draw play to Soper on a penalty play. Soper gets back to about the 27. He lost a yard. Stephen Coots hit him, along with number 67, Scott Wilcoxon. And the penalty is going to be against the Aggies.
It's holding again on number 52, I believe.
At the center, Chris Leaf. So the Aggies will draw a penalty and put them back deeper in the hole as Gregory Watson and Charles Smith check back in for Coffee. Derek Key comes out, along with Todd Wright.
This would be a good place for Coffee to come up with their 8th interception of the year with Albertville back deep in about their own 17-yard line. We've got 2 minutes, 14 seconds left. If we can intercept one, we got time to get it in the end zone.
Our engineer on the game, Henry Green, will be keeping in contact with Ogle Stadium in Decatur and bringing you up to date on the Austin Grissom game, which is very, very important. Coffee pulling for Austin to win that one. Here's Nix, draw play to Soper at the 20 with a hold of the 25, runs to the 30, and all the way out to the 33. Boy, that Soper's a hard runner, weighs 185 pounds, and he hits in there low. He stands only 5'7", but he carries that out to the 33, and it's third down and about 4 or 5 yards to go at the 33. Actually, the 34, then we'll put it down. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Coffee 14-0 over Albertville. Coffee leading 7-0. The Aggies driving at the Coffee 8. A fumble snap. Ingram scooped it up at the 12 and ran 88 yards for a Coffee touchdown. Here's next to throw. Swing pass complete to the 35, 40, up the sideline to the 45, still on his feet. At about the 45 is where they mark it. There was a swing pass to Powell out of the secondary. And that's going to be an Aggie first down. Coffee playing back in the prevent defense. They'll give them those swing passes. They don't want to prevent the long one right here. And Coffee getting nearer and nearer to going into the dressing room with a 2-touchdown lead. And boy, that'll be a big boost to this Coffee team, who have been taking a lot of criticism offensively this year. But they, even though the defense scored one of those a moment ago, the offense has played well tonight. Had a 58-yard touchdown drive. They've got great kicking from Max Pride. And David Phillips is playing his best game tonight. Here's a give up the middle. Soper inside the 50, all the way down to the Coffee 46-yard line for about 9 yards. And it'll be second down and 1, but the Aggies are going without a huddle. They have only 1 minute left in the half, trailing 14-0. And here's the snap from the Coffee 46. Quick look out. It's complete out there to J.D. Powell, and he up around the 42-yard line, a gain of about 4. And that'll be a first down. So the clock will stop while they move the chains. 47 seconds to go. The Albertville Band will perform tonight along with the Coffee Band. The line of scrimmage, the Coffee 41.
Albertville's taking a timeout. They've got all 3 of the timeouts left, so they've got time to get down in field goal range anyway, or possibly touchdown.
Let's take a 30-second timeout, Bill.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working to keep natural gas rates low and cost-effective for you. A $20 application fee will start the wheels in motion to have a natural gas service installed at your residence. Our engineering department will plot new mains and draw up a work order for your new service. The meter shop will check, repair, and test all meters before they're installed. Materials will be distributed by our warehouse personnel. Then a service line will be connected at the road, run to your residence, and a meter installed. So call us today and let us hook you up to the comforts of natural gas living.
He's not very happy. I'm sure that fumble returned by Vernon Ingram a moment ago didn't please him very much either.
Well, that wasn't the official's fault.
That's right. Here, quarterback fumbled that ball.
There's some hard hitting going on out there, and they might be questioning the late hit.
All right, here's the quarterback back to throw. Rusty Nix. He's sacked back at the 47-yard line, and wrapping him up with 67. That's Scott Wilcoxon. 6 foot, 200-pound senior defensive lineman. So the clock is running in Albertville, going without a huddle again. Here's Nix back to throw. Looking upfield, shoots it over the middle. It's complete on a diving catch by Grice at the Coffee 33. 15 seconds left. The Aggies will have to hurry, and now they call a timeout. Clock stops with 11 seconds to play.
That shows you the athletic ability right there of Grice. We said he was the best athlete on the Albertville football team. he was going, cutting over the middle. The ball was thrown behind him, and he was running the opposite way. He planted his foot, dove back the other way, and caught the ball in midair and fell down for a big gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. But more important, they're on Coffee's 33-yard line with just 11 seconds to go in the half.
Well, Coach Nix is back on the field again and griping to the officials about something. I don't know what to be griping about there. He completed a pass and called timeout, but he's back out there again. Players waiting for some instructions from him, and we have 11 seconds to go in the first half. The ball is at the Coffee 33, and Coffee leads Albertville 14-0 in this big Area 14 battle. Teresa Moon will have our halftime report. Happenings on the Coffee campus this week. We'll have the statistics and try to update you on some crucial scores around the area, particularly the Austin Grissom game from Ogle Stadium in Decatur. If Coffee can win tonight and Austin beats Grissom, Coffee will be the Area 14 champs. That means they will host the first game of the playoff here at Brawley Stadium. And Coffee will try to get momentum by winning tonight. Grissom and Bradshaw coming up. All right, wide out to both sides. Here is Nix back to throw. Has protection, fires, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted by Ingram back at the 18. Ingram had it in his fingertips and knocked it away. The pass was intended for Powell. So that play ran off 4 seconds. 7 seconds left now. But it's 4th down for the Aggies at the Coffee 33. 4th and 2 with just 7 seconds to play. Coffee checks their defense now. Here comes a play in from the bench. 7 seconds to go. 4th down and 2 for Albertville at the Coffee 33. Excellent football weather tonight. It's cool. And there's some very hard hitting going on both sides out there tonight. Here comes the 4th down play from Nix. He throws, and the pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Number 63 for Coffee that time. That's Trent Thompson from his nose guard position, broke through the line, hit the football just as the quarterback let it go. Nix let it go, knocked it to the ground. Coffee takes over on downs. Big defensive stand for Coffee right there to end this half. That should give them, make them feel good, especially the defense going in here at halftime.
3 seconds to go. They set the change. Coffee gets their offense on. And we'll run one play, and that'll be the end of the first half. Phillips probably would just either fall on it or hand it off up the middle. He's going to fall on it, and the clock is going to run out, ending the first half. So Coffee will take a 2-touchdown lead into the dressing room, and they're fired up as they leave the field here at Brawley. There's a 60-second timeout, and then we'll be back with our halftime. The score at the half, Coffee 14, Albertville nothing.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Beautiful jewelry from Sidelines, exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say, I love you, than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Well, Jim, a very well-played game in the first half and an uncustomary position for us, 14-0 lead at the half. Well, with a sudden turnaround with less than 3 minutes to go on Ingram's return for a touchdown, what was the mood in the dressing room at halftime with that 2-touchdown lead?
Well, you know, for us it was excitement, Jerry. It's been a long time since we've been in that situation of being ahead. But at the same time, we had some things that we had to get done adjustment-wise during the halftime. We had not played the trap play very well. They had hurt us consistently with that during the first half, particularly on first down. Coach Stewart made some adjustments to that, some things in the secondary, some things that they did to us with the back out of the backfield with a screen type situation. We tried to do some things to offset that a little bit. And of course, offensively, they really didn't do anything on defense that we hadn't seen or didn't anticipate. But we wanted to go back and look at some things and maybe change a thing or two there that blocking scheme-wise that we had done the first half, we wanted to make a little bit of a change second half.
You know, our defense had to stay on the field quite a bit because Albertville's going to threaten several times. We get a great pass rush in the last few minutes of the game. Darrell Higgins played as good a game as a defensive safety or halfback we've seen in a long time. He comes up with a key interception at the goal line, and he knocks down passes all night long.
Well, Jerry, Darrell, first of all, he's a super athlete. He's got a good football mind. He reads things real well, and he's going to be around the football. And he's a tough, hard-nosed type kid. But we had several play, and I really didn't realize it until I saw the film Saturday morning. Warren Jones, he just played super at the defensive end also. And of course, you have Skipworth comes in and makes a major league hit and separates guys from the football down there at one time. And Stephen Koontz, he's just playing better and better and better every week. And Trent Thompson, all of our people on defense, they just do a super job. And it just seems like when we needed something to happen, one of them stepped forward, one of the 11 on that defensive unit stepped forward and made some things happen.
Jim, I noticed an unusual statistic, particularly in high school. Conrad Nix, the coach of Albertville, elected to go on fourth down 7 different times during the game, when it wasn't just, a yard or two to go, and he made only 3 of the 7, so we took over the ball 4 times by virtue of his decision to go on fourth down. Was that a surprise to you?
Yeah, it really was, and one time that he punted, we thought he was going to go for it, but, I think Coach Nix has a whole lot of confidence in his offense and his people. He believed in what he's doing, and I think he was going along the lines that he wasn't going to bar no holes in that ball game, and he was either going to win it or he was going to lose it.
We made 4 out of 10 third down conversions, 40%. That's relatively good.
Tremendous, Jerry. Of course, Vernon on the power play right there at the end, when we had to have it to keep control of the football. Just does a super job. And again, this is our kids, they're getting confidence. Some of them are maturing, particularly young people that we're playing. And they do a super job.
We want to give credit to a young man named Max Pride, Jim. He's our punter. Now, most people will go out of the stadium, it's his human nature, remembering him as a guy who fumbled the ball and fell on it for a safety. You'll remember him as a guy that kicked you out of the hole 3 different times and had almost a 38-yard average per kick.
Well, that's true. Of course, Max, I noticed when he went back into the end zone and fell down, now, he didn't want to come off the field too quick. I think he thought I was going to say something to him. But that was the biggest thing that could have happened to us, really, in hindsight. What we're scared of is he wasn't in the end zone. Right. And I was very relieved when the referee put his hands over his head, indicating a safety. And, of course, again, as we said, it ended up being a super play for us. I wish he had taken his time when he had the free time to punt there, but he still got off 45-yard punt on free kick, and of course that gave our defense another opportunity to stop them.
Well, it's 14-0 at the half. Now watch particularly Coffey's defensive play, spearheaded by Warren Jones at defensive end, and especially number 20, Darrell Higgins, at a cornerback slot. Darrell will have a key interception at the goal line. He'll knock down several passes, and Warren Jones and Steve Skipworth, Trent Thompson will lead a relentless pass rush to keep pressure on the Aggie quarterback here in the second half, where they pick up all their points. So let's get into the second half with Coffey leading 14-0.
All right, back deep. For Albertville, number 41 is Alan Soper, and number 40 is J.D. Powell. Whitney Ford, Coffey's junior kicker, will be doing the kicking off for the Yellow Jackets. Waiting on the official's whistle. The ball is at the 40-yard line. And this second half is just about to get underway. There's the whistle, and Ford moves on the ball, and we're underway in the second half. It's a sidewinder kick, hitting at the 40. Powell chases it down at the 6, back to the 10. He's back to the 20, 25, 30, up the sideline to the 40. One man to beat. He's at the 30, rather at the 45, and knocked out of bounds at the 41. Had Powell cut back to the middle of the field, Bill, I believe he would have been gone, but he made a wrong cut and ran right into the last man he had to beat. So Coffey finally knocked him down at the 42.
Excuse me, Jerry. The safety man for Coffey, the guy that hangs back in case they do bust the kickoff play and he gets into the open, was number 20, Darrell Higgins. And Albertville had a blocker out front, and he did put a block on Darrell, but he fought it off, and he was the last man. He made a big play to keep him from going all the way.
It's at the 43-yard line of Coffey. So Albertville starts the second half in good field position. Here's the quarterback keeper. Nick sweeps around the right side, goes over the 40, and is run out of bounds at the Coffey 35 by Charles Smith. So that's a gain of about 7-8 yards on the play by Nick, the quarterback. So let's see if we can detect, Bill Hunt, any offensive changes for Albertville. There was one, the option play by Nick, the quarterback. So it's at the Coffey 35. It'll be second down and about 2 yards to go, 2 or 3 yards to go at the 35. We just started the second half. And a good kick return by the Aggies has given them good field position as we open the third quarter. Coffey leads 14-0 over the Aggies from Albertville. That is Coffey's biggest lead of the year. All right, here's a wing to both sides and in motion now. Here's the quarterback giving up to Soper, and boy, they were laying for him that time. Soper didn't get anything. Vernon Ingram was one man that hit him in there, along with number 43, Robbie Richardson, and he got to the 36-yard line. As a matter of fact, he lost the yard. So now it's third down and about 4 at the 36. Well, they've got to go to about the 33, so let's call it 3rd and 3. Here's a possession down for Albertville. Man in motion to the right. Quarterback pitches back. Running wide is Powell, and Richardson rides him down at the 34, and that's short of a first down. Robbie Richardson wasn't fooled by the play. He flowed out to his left and pushed Powell out of bounds, and they mark it at the Coffey 34, and now Albertville will have a choice to make on 4th and 1 at the Coffey 34.
I believe they're going to go for it.
Yep. Coffey stopped them earlier on a 3rd and 1 and stopped them inside the 10 also. So here's a 4th down play, and the quarterback pitches to Powell, who runs wide. It's going to be close. Bill, I believe he's short.
I believe he's short, too.
Richardson and Coots.
Number 77, Stephen Kuntz, from his defensive end position that time, just would not give any ground. He held in there, and they knocked him down short, I believe. Well, they're calling for a measurement.
No, he didn't make it. I got the glasses on. That's not even close. The matter of fact, the defense is already on the field for Albertville and is right in front of their bench. I don't know why they're measuring that one. That's not even close. When I say close, I mean the naked eye can see that.
Well, he's a good yard and a half short.
Well, maybe they did that just for precautionary. After the way Coach Nix has been on them over there right in front of the bench, I imagine they're playing it safe, which is a pretty smart move. But he's short, so Coffey's defense has made a big stand. As we start the third quarter, Bill, that could take a lot of starch out of a club. A great kickoff return, down 14-0, and then Coffey's defense stops them.
Well, they had second down and 3 yards to go for a first down, and then Coffey held them 3 times with just a yard and a half gain.
Coffey puts it in play at their 33. First series of them of the second half. Here's Ingram over the 35, 40-41. Vernon Ingram, 8 yards off the left side. Boy, he's running well tonight. But, Bill, the big improvement we've seen tonight is the blocking of the offensive line.
Well, we said the key for the offense was to get off that line of scrimmage, get those linemen back off the line of scrimmage, the defensive linemen, give those backs some room to run. And so far, Coffey's line's done the best job they've done all year at getting off the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 2. Coffey at their own 41-yard line. Phillips rolls out of there. He is hit before he can get rid of it. He didn't even get a chance to hand the ball off to Ingram. That was not a pass play. But the Aggies came pouring in there. Number 66, Lee Hicks, was the first man in to wrap him up.
Well, they blitzed that time from the linebacker position, and Coffee had the wrong play call for a blitz. It was a triple option, and they were on Phillips before he had time to option.
So Albertville comes up with a big defensive play of their own. Back at the Coffee 36-yard line, here's a possession down for our Yellow Jackets. They've got to go to about the 44, so it's going to be third and about 8 yards to go. They've got a lot of people in there, and here they come. Phillips back to throw, got pretty good protection, shoots it over the middle. It's incomplete. He threw it too far over the head of Skipworth on a crossing pattern. He had good protection then, but he overthrew Skipworth at the 46-yard line.
Well, you got to give credit to Albertville's defensive secondary that time. They had 7 people in the defensive backfield, and Coffee just didn't have anybody open to throw it to.
All right, here's fourth down now. Coffee will send Max Pride in, who's kicked a couple of 40-plus yarders out of there tonight. He's a left-footed kicker, and he goes back standing at his 23-yard line, and he'll hit it out of there. He's a left-footed kicker. There's the snap. He fumbles the snap, but gets it up and kicks a line drive, short kick, hits at the 40. He gets his own roll inside the 35 and down to the 33. So all things considering, it turned out pretty good. A good snap, but Max fumbled it, picked it up, had an opportunity to get it out of there, and he kicked a low line drive barely over the head of the rushing lineman, and he got a Coffee rolled to the Albertville 33, so it could have been a lot worse.
Well, Albertville had the return on that time. They didn't really have anybody rushing the punter, and that was in Coffee's favor because Max did take a long time getting it off.
Albertville puts it in play now, 1st and 10. Here's Nix, the quarterback, on a keeper to the 35. He got a couple of yards. Steve Coos, who's played well tonight, wrapped him up. And let's see who is somebody else in there on the bottom of that tackle. It's number 55, Todd Wright, makes the stop. So it's 2nd down and 8 yards to go at the 35-yard line. Albertville brings it out in a hurry. Grice comes wide to the left side. Here's the quarterback, Nix, dropping into pocket to throw. He looks, he fires upfield, and a diving catch, or did they call it incomplete? He caught it. At the 47-yard line, a pass to Jeff Harden, who made a sliding catch for a 1st down at the Aggie 47.
Great catch by Harden that time. He went down on curl pattern over the middle. The ball was thrown low, but he dove down and kept his arms between the ball and the ground, and it was a good catch. Good call on the official. 1st down, Albertville.
At the 47-yard line for the Aggies, Coffee leads 14-0. Big area 14 game with 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Nix to throw. He's looking. He shoots it over the middle. Incomplete. He tried a swing pass down around the midfield stripe to his running back, Smith, coming out of the backfield, and the pass was wide. So now it is 2nd down and 10 at the Aggie 47. Clock stopped on that play. 7:24 to go, 3rd quarter. Coffee 14, Albertville nothing. Aggies, with that run and shoot, they sprint to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Here's a wide out to both sides and a double wing. And Nix to throw over the middle. It's complete at the Coffee 47 and down immediately to J.D. Powell. That pass was a little bit low. Nix was under a rush that time and had to get rid of it quickly. So Albertville now looks at 3rd down and about 3.
Albertville's receivers really impressed me, Jerry. I tell you, they catching the ball behind them. They're catching it low, running the opposite way, diving for it. I tell you, they've got good hands and excellent receivers.
All right, here's a wide out to both sides now again. Nix marking out signals, and here's a flag. Let's see what that is. That's too much time, I believe. Or either somebody moved. It's against the Aggies. I don't believe Coffeeville has had a penalty tonight, so they've just played a good football game here tonight.
They sure have. Is the illegal procedure is the call against Albertville. That could be several things, but probably one of the linemen went up there and got in a 3-point stance and then put his other hand down on the ground, and that causes illegal procedure, and that's another break for Coffee on the penalty. Instead of 3rd and 2, it's about 3rd and 3, rather. It's 3rd and 8.
Updated score, Tupelo 24, Sheffield nothing, 3rd quarter. Athens 29, Bradshaw nothing at the half. Muscle Shoals 7, Brooks nothing. Halftime, and Dexter 20, Wilson nothing at the half. Here's Nix on a swing pass to his running back, complete. Inside the Coffee 50 to the 45 and all the way down to the 41. That'll be a 1st down. There's the swing pass to the running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have to crawl off the field over there. Smith, was that Smith that was hit? No, it's 12. Harden.
Harden's the one that was throwing the block. He was leading the play. Soper was the one that caught the ball on the swing pass. He was the fullback, and Harden threw a tremendous block over there for him, but he limped off the field.
First down, Albertville. That's a Coffee 41-yard line. Here's Nick's quarterback pitching back to Powell, and he runs inside the 40 and runs out of real estate at the 37-yard line. Under pursuit from Robbie Richardson. Gain of about 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Albertville's really attacked the right side of Coffee's defense this second half. Just about every play they've run has been to the left side of Coffee's defense, Albertville's right side on offense.
Well, Steve Coots is at defensive left end, and he's played well tonight, made a lot of tackles, so I don't know why they're running over there. But here's second down and 6 yards to go as Nix goes back to throw, and it's knocked down. A little pass over the middle, and Trip Thompson reached up and slapped it down at the Coffee 35-yard line. So now it's third down and 6 for the Aggies. Coffee's defense is bent tonight, but hasn't broken. They have really come through when it counted. So the ball at the 37 of Coffee, third down and 6 for Albertville. 5:55 left third quarter. Coffee leading 14-0. All right, here's Nix now. Back to throw. He shoots it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Vernon Ingram covering on the incompleted play. And on that third down play, Coffee holds again. And now let's see what the Aggies do on 4th and 6 from the 37-yard line of Coffee. I would think you'd have to punt here, Bill, and hope for a fumble or something, but Albertville may risk going for it here.
Well, I don't believe Albertville feels like Coffee can move the ball against them, so they're going to go for it right here.
Here it is, fourth down and 6 at the Coffee 37. And Nix is back to throw. He shoots it complete and out of bounds at the Coffee 24, first down. So a great gamble by the Aggies, and they convert it. The pass from Nix to Smith, first down and 10 at the Coffee 24.
Well, that's the first real gamble of the night, and Albertville being down 14-0 with 5:46 gone in the third quarter, left in the third quarter. They go for it on the 37-yard line and do pick up the first down.
All right, it's at the 24-yard line. 5:45 to go, third quarter rather. Coffee is leading 14-0, and Albertville threatening. Here's another swing pass complete again to Smith, and he's out of bounds inside the 15, or right at the 15-yard line, and that's going to be close to a first down.
That's the same play twice in a row. I'll try to explain to you what's happening. The wide receiver is going down the field just on a sprint towards the end zone, clearing the zone out. The wingback is going down about 5, 6, 7 yards and cutting towards the sideline, and they're beating Coffee's linebackers to the sideline, and the quarterback, Nick's, putting the ball right on the money.
Here's Nix to throw, throwing end zone pattern, wide open, touchdown. So Albertville with the pass, strike. They threw it right over Montrell Reeder, and it was Jeff Harden in the corner of the end zone, and Nix hit him for the touchdown. So with 5:09 to go in the third quarter, the Aggies are on the board, and it's 14-6. Now here's a big extra point. Number 15, Harrison Long, the junior, will attempt the extra point. He's a soccer kicker. And this is a big extra point right here. The ball is on the tee, the kick is in the air, and it is good. So we have a 30-second timeout with a score, Coffee 14 and Albertville 7.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
That was a 67-yard drive by the Aggies in 11 plays. Harden, touchdown pass from 15 yards out from Nix. The extra point by Long, good, and it's 14-7. All right, here's Albertville kicking off, and Long drills it down the field. Ball hits at the 20, taken at the 16. Richardson back to the 15, 20, and out of bounds. Let's see where the official marks him out. Robbie stepped out at the 26.
It's going to be at the 31.
I'm sorry, they got 31-yard line. Let's give him 5 more.
Right, we need all we can get right here.
So
excuse me, Jerry, on that 11-play drive that Albertville just scored on, out of the 11 plays, 9 were passes.
Okay, there's the run-and-shoot offense that Coffee knew Albertville had. They didn't throw a lot in the first half, but that's their bread and butter. Down 14-0. They got back in the game with it. So it's 14-7, Coffee leading. 5:04 to go, third quarter. Now the Jackets need to put some offense together, and they have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Looking at that 4-3 defense, and here's a pitch on the corner. Running that ball is Williams, and he fails to gain. Matter of fact, lost back at the 29. That play lost 2 yards. As Mark Williams tried to sweep, and it's 2nd and 12 now at the 29. Coffee needs to keep the Aggies from gaining momentum now. Well, that offense, they can score in a hurry. Not much blocking on the sweep that time, so it's 2nd down and 12. Coffee at the 29-yard line. Coffee's not been successful throwing the ball much tonight. And the run now is beginning to be detected well by the Aggie defense. Here comes Wright in motion. Here's the quarterback looking, rolling to throw. Under a heavy rush, shoots it upfield, complete. Johnson has it at the 32 and driven back to the 31. David Phillips did a super job just getting rid of that ball. He was about to be sacked back there by number 53, the linebacker, Jeff Powell, but he released it and caught by Johnson back to the original line of scrimmage. It only gained 2 yards, but it prevented a big loss. So now it's 3rd and 10. Coffee back at their 31, and here's a big play for the offense. 3rd and 10. Coffee at their own 31. Let's see what they call. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Coffee 14, Albertville 7. Big Area 14 game here at Bally Stadium tonight. Wideout goes to the left. Phillips goes back to throw, and he's sacked back at the 25. Oh, and nobody blocked on the left side of the line that time as 3 Aggies poured in on Phillips and got him before he turned around.
I believe somebody went the wrong way. Either Phillips went the wrong way that time or both backs did, because the backs were coming to the short side of the field, setting up the block. Phillips went to the wide side of the field, and I don't know who messed up, but somebody in that backfield messed up, and big loss. Coffee's got to punch the football.
Definite confusion that time, and now Albertville's going to get it right back. Here's the snap to Pride. He kicks it out, and it's a low kick. Hits at the Aggie 40, gets inside. It's going to be fielded at the 36 and back to about the 38. And a head-on hit by Juan Jones, who has 3 vicious tackles on the punt team tonight. So Albertville has it. Good position at their own 38. 1st and 10. Coffee leading 14-7 with 2:58 left, third quarter. So Coffee's offense now fails to move that time, and now it's going to be up to the defense. And here come the Aggies running up to the line of scrimmage. They sprint to the line of scrimmage on every play. Here's the quarterback next, rolling back, giving to Soper, and they stack him up at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Gregory Watson, number 78. What is his, sophomore?
He's a sophomore, and
right.
going to be a good one.
He sure is. He's in there at the right defensive tackle for Coffee, and that's the play that hurt Coffee in the first half. The delay trap to the fullback, Soper, and that time Gregory Watson stopped it cold.
2nd down and 10 to go. The ball just at the 39-yard line. He might have got a half a yard on that play. Here's a quarterback giving up the middle to Soper again. He's at the 40, 42, and they stop him again. This time it's Coots in there along with Vernon Ingram. So now here's a 3rd down possession for Albertville, and the defense needs to come up with a big play. It's at the Albertville 42, and it's 3rd and about 7 to go. Aggies checking in the play from the bench. Bringing it in is number 83, Jeff Jenkins, the tight end. So here's a big down defensively for Coffee, and Nix is back to throw. There's the swing pass. It's complete to Smith, 45. Coffee hits him at the 48, and it's going to be close to a 1st down.
Just depends on where the referee spots the ball here. It's very close.
They're going to have to measure that one because the chains are on the far side of the field. This play's right in front of the Coffee bench. Ingram came up to make the hit. That swing pass to the halfback out of the backfield, and Coffee was laying back a little bit that time, and he might have got a 1st down. If he doesn't make it, it's going to be interesting to see how Conrad Nix plays this one. He gambled a moment ago, but it was in Coffee territory. So here come the chains way across from the far side of the field, and let's see.
We're not going to be able to see it. We're going to have to wait on the official.
He didn't make it.
4th down.
Well, just inches short. Now let's see what Conrad Nix
does.
does.
About a foot.
Let's see what Conrad Nix does right here. He's got a lot of confidence in his offense, but we've still got 1:18 to go. Bill, I believe, is going to go for it. Well, he's certainly going against all the rules. And let's see if they make it. It's at the the Albertville 48 and a half. And it's fourth and about 2 feet to go. With 1:18 to go third quarter, and Coffee leading 14-7, they may shift into punt formation and try to draw Coffee offside. Let's see if that's what the call is. Here's the quarterback, Nick. Nope, they're going to go for it. They pitch it wide, and he runs it out of bounds at midfield and a first down inside the 50 to the 49. So they ran the sweep and first down. A gutty call by Conrad Nix, the coach for Albertville, but it worked. And it's first down, Albertville at the Coffee 49.
Well, you can tell he's here to win or lose the football game. He's not taking any chances. Coach Nix says we're going to win it or lose it. We're not here to tie. So they're gambling. So far, both gambles have paid off.
All right, the line of scrimmage now, the Coffee 49, first and 10. Nix in the pocket to throw. It's tipped and almost intercepted by Ingram as he knocked it down at the Coffee 40.
Boy, Vernon Ingram just playing a tremendous game at linebacker for Coffee tonight on defense. He's covering pass plays. He's making tackles at the line of scrimmage. He's knocking them out of bounds on the sweep. Just a tremendous effort by Vernon Ingram.
Here's second down and 10. They've got the football at the 50. We had it at the 49, but they mark it right square on midfield. So it's second down and 10 to go. Albertville at midfield, trailing 14-7, a minute to go, third quarter. Quick out to Smith, completes the 45, breaks the tackle at the 40, down the sideline and out of bounds at the 34, first down. We got away from a tackle, and that's a little pass. He just raises it up and throws it out, and it's at the 34, Coffee, first and 10, Albertville. 52 seconds to go, third quarter. Coffee 14, the Aggies 7, but all Albertville so far in the third period. Coffee had a 14-0 lead at halftime, but Albertville really come on strong. Coffee stopped them on their first series in the quarter, but the Aggies now are on a drive to try to tie this game up. Here's the quarterback giving off in there to Soper, and they wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, he might have lost one.
Gregory Watson again.
Good tackle by Watson. Sophomore for Coffee. He is 6'4", 225. Just a sophomore.
Also had help from Juan Jones, and Juan Jones a little slow getting up.
He's limping a little bit. And that play failed to gain. It'll be second down and 10 at the 33. So, 24 seconds now left to go here in the third quarter, and the clock running. Coffee leading 14-7. Here's Nix up under center. He's running way back in the pocket, shoots it upfield, complete. 35, Soper to the 30, 25, and down to the 21 and out of bounds. That's an Albertville first down. Boy, Richardson was blitzing and bearing down on Nix that time, and what a great job he did. He very calmly dropped it off to his halfback. And that's an Aggie first down all the way down to the Coffee 20.
Well, Albertville had the right play called that time for the blitz. Richardson blitzed from his left linebacker position, and that's right where Soper went to the left side of Coffee's defense. And he is the linebacker's man, and Richardson was rushing the pass, so there was nobody out there on him. Quarterback Nix did a good job getting into him. He had a lot of room to run.
This will be the final play of the third quarter. Nix on a pitch to Soper, and he hit for a loss. Back at the 21 as the horn ends the third quarter. So there's a 60-second timeout. At the end of 3, it's Coffee 14 and Albertville 7.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Show her you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Well, we start the fourth quarter, and it's Coffee leading Albertville 14-7, Bill, and a very crucial series right here. Aggies have it 2nd and 11 at the Coffee 21.
Well, the defense was on the field the whole third quarter. I don't think Coffee had a first down. I don't think they had the ball, but maybe maybe 6 plays the whole third quarter. So we need to hold them, get off the field, get the offense out there.
Hard wide out to both sides, and Nick wants to throw. He's looking upfield. The ball is tipped in the air and intercepted almost, but then also almost complete. 2 players tipped it, and it falls to the ground incomplete at the 12.
Well, that was an opportunity. Coffee had to intercept the ball, and the guy going for it slipped down. Then it hit in the Albertville receiver's hands, and he dropped it. So both teams missed a good opportunity right there.
3rd down and 11 at the 21, but Albertville is in 4-down territory. They went on 4th down in their own territory a minute ago, so they're going to get 4 downs any way you look at it.
I think they're getting 4-down territory anywhere on the field, the way Coach Nix has gambled tonight.
All right, here is 3rd and 11 at the Coffee 21. Nick's back to throw, looking upfield. He shoots it over the middle. It's intercepted and dropped by a reader at the 8. Boy, he had a great bead on the ball. He made a super play, came right up in front of the receiver, and it was low at his knees, and he bobbled it and couldn't quite hang on, but he made a super defensive play.
I think that's one of the instances where he tried to run with it before he caught the ball. He just knew he was going to intercept that ball, and he was looking where he was going to run, took his eyes off the ball, it hit him right in the hands, and fell incomplete.
He had some running room, too. Here's 4th down, and 11 at the 21. So they're going to go for it. Here is a big play for Coffee defensively. Here is Nix to throw. He's under a rush. He got away. He's tripped up, runs it inside the 15. He's down around the 10-yard line, and that's going to be short of a first down, I believe. Let's wait. It all depends on where they mark him down.
They're going to mark him past the 10 at the 9-yard line. He's going to have the first down by about a yard.
Okay. So he just got inside. He got his first down. 4th down and 11, and he ran out of a charge and got a first down, and that's a big play for the Aggies.
Good heads-up play by the quarterback. Coffee had a good rush on, but the offensive line for Albertville had pushed the rush to the outside. Coffee had nobody in the middle of the field. He tucked it up, picked up first down.
First down and goal at the 9. A pitch to Soper, and they meet him at the 8. He got away and fights to around the 7. Trent Thompson had him at the 9, but he broke that tackle and was finally pulled down over there by number 20, Higgins.
They're going to mark him all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, they sure are. On that 4th down run a moment ago, Nick almost went down at the line of scrimmage. He was tripped up, but he kept his balance and just made a great run on 4th and 11. So Coffee let him out of the hole, and now the Aggies have 2nd down and goal at the 6-yard line. Well, let's see if Coffee's goal line defense can hold on right here. 10:43 to go in the game. Coffee 14, Albertville 7. The Aggies threatening. Back to throw. Nix looks upfield, shoots it into the end zone. That ball's intercepted at the goal line. Back out to the 8, back to the 10, and Coffee has it. Darrell Higgins. What a play by Higgins. The ball was into the receiver's hands for an apparent touchdown, and Higgins wrestled it away from him at the goal line.
The receiver was Kevin Grice. We've talked about him all night. The great receiver for Albertville. Looked like he had the ball in his hands, but at the same time, Darrell Higgins had his hands on the ball, and he came away with it, ran it out of the end zone, and got it up to the 12-yard line. Big defensive turnover by the Coffee Yellow Jackets.
That's the 4th interception on the year for Higgins. What a great play. Coffee Phillips runs it up the middle at the 15. Gets to the 16 on a quarterback keeper. Gain of 4 yards. So it's 2nd down. And 6 to go for Coffee at their own 16. Oh, what a play. That receiver was set to catch it in the end zone, and Higgins just took it right out of his hand. And the Coffee defense comes up again with another big play. They have been great all year long. All right, Coffee, 2nd down and 4. Now we need to get it out of the shadow of the end zone. Run off some time, 9:40 to play in the game. Coffee leads 14-7. Here's a handoff to Vernon Ingram. He's in traffic and fights back to the line of scrimmage. Was that a loose ball in there?
No, the defense
Okay.
just fired up because they stopped him for about a 1-yard gain, maybe no gain at all.
One of the Aggie players was jumping up in the air, raising his hand like it was a fumble, but it wasn't. So Coffee now has it at the 17. That was a gain of about 1. So here is third down and about 4 from the 17, or maybe about 5. They got to go to around the 22-yard line. And here's a big play for Coffee. Phillips out of there. He rolls out, turns it up, runs it to about the 19, and falls to the 20. That's going to be short of a first down, and Coffee will have to punt. So here comes Max Pride out. So the defense will be called on again. The offense had to play it close to the vest that time. They didn't want to risk a turnover down deep in their own territory. So the Coffee defense will be called on to hold out the Aggies again. Back in safety goes Powell, and Max Pride will come in to punt. Here's where we need a big kick out of Max. Albertville is putting 10 men on the line. They're going to come after this one. So we need a good snap and a good punt. The ball is back there. Here's the snap. He got it out of there. Good kick. Ball hits out of bounds somewhere near the 47 of Coffee, and that's where they mark it. Almost blocked, but Pride kept his concentration and poise. Abernathy with a good snap, and Max got it out of there.
The way that ball came out off of his foot and shot to the sideline, I'm not sure somebody from Albertville didn't get a hand on that ball, but it didn't get all of it. And Max did get the ball upfield, but it is still in Coffey's territory. Albertville's going to have it at Coffey's 47-yard line.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go. 8:08 left. Coffee clinging to a 14-7 lead here in the fourth quarter. Here's the pitch. Back to Soper, and he is hit at the 45-yard line. Darrell Higgins was one man in there on the play, along with number 63, Trent Thompson. So the gain is 2. It'll be second down and 8 at the Coffee 45. Clock runs down to 7:45 to go in the game. Albertville and Coffee going head and toe here in an Area 14 game at Raleigh, and Coffee leading 14-7 here in the fourth quarter. This time wide out to the left and a double wide out to the right. Hicks to throw. He's firing the bomb down the sideline. It's incomplete at the 10. He was throwing down the far sideline to Grice, and Coffee had coverage back there by Skipworth and Higgins.
Coffee had double coverage on Grice that time, and Grice got held up a little bit in traffic, and the ball was overthrown.
Here is third down and 8. The ball is at the Coffee 45, and Albertville has it third and 8 with 7:24 to play. They were down on the goal line, and Darrell Higgins intercepted a pass at the goal line for Coffee to stop a threat a moment ago. Here's Nix back in the pocket. He's under a rush. He fires, incomplete. Boy, he was decked back there by Juan Jones, and he's getting up slow.
And also, Coos that time got a hand on the football. That was that swing pass out to the wide side of the field again. They picked up good yardage on it the last 3 or 4 times they've run it. But that time they had pressure on the quarterback, and Coons put his hand up in the air and knocked the football to the ground.
Bill, I'm not sure Albertville's got a punter. Nix is going to go for it again. We still have 7:19 to go, so he's not playing for any kind of a break at all. Here's fourth down. The pass over the middle, it's incomplete and almost ticked off again. And this time it was Ingram. What a game he's playing.
Vernon Ingram, once again, from his linebacker position, he dropped back about 8-10 yards, and the pass was to the sideline. He kept his eye on the ball and broke to the sideline just as the quarterback threw it and got a hand on it, knocked it down. Coffee takes over on downs at their own 45-yard line.
All right, so a big defensive play by Ingram that time. Coffee has it at their 45 with 7:15 to play in the football game. They lead Albertville 14-7. Here's David Phillips calling the signal. He turns out of there and gives off to the running back, and nothing there. Let's see if that's Richardson in there.
No, it's number 40, Mark Williams.
Yeah, Williams. So that play lost the yard to the 44. It'll be second down and about 11. Coffee needs to pick up some first downs right here. We need to move that football down a little bit. And this run-and-shoot offense for Albertville is liable to explode on a big play in a minute. The Coffee defense has really played well tonight. Here's a wing to the right on 2nd and 11. Now the wingback comes in motion. It's Pernell Mitchell. It's a pitch that way to Williams. Williams to the 45. Breaks the tackle. He drops the football. And let's see who's got it. They're indicating Albertville. Let's wait and see. Coffee says we have it.
Albertville.
Yeah, Albertville has it. at the 47-yard line. So Williams popped it up, and I believe the man that got it was number 53. That's Jeff Powell, the middle linebacker. So the Aggies get a break as Coffee turns it over at their own 46-yard line.
Williams was hit right at the line of scrimmage that time, and on second effort, he spun away. When he spun away, he lost his balance, and his arm kind of flew out. He was hit again. The ball popped up in the air. Big pile up. Albertville came up with it.
All right, the defense will be called on again. Here is a draw play. Soper, nothing there.
Boy, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, he spins loose for a yard after being hit by Thompson and Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon's played well tonight. Let's see where they mark his forward progress. They put it at the 45, so let's give him 1. It'll be second down and 9. 6 minutes to go in the game, and the clock running. Coffee 14, Albertville 7. What a game we've had tonight. Here's wideouts to both sides. Nick's going to throw again. He's looking. He's throwing over the middle. It's complete on a great catch at the Coffee 34. Higgins was all over the receiver that time, Grice, and he pulled it in. Nick made a super throw.
And Juan Jones was all over the quarterback, Nick, too, that time. Just as he let the ball go, Juan Jones hit him from behind, and he was actually parallel to the ground as the ball left his hand. And just great concentration by the quarterback, Nick, and also by Grice, the receiver.
And play defense much better than that. Higgins, who's played great all night long, was all over him that time. So the ball is at the 35 of Coffee, and it's first and 10. To give up the middle to Soper, and Richardson rides him down at the 31, along with Ingram. Let's see, they mark it at the Coffee 31, gain of 4, second and 6. Coffee's leading 14-7. 5:02 left to play in the game, and the clock becoming a factor now as Albertville sprints out of the huddle. Wide outs to both sides. Here's a double wing. Here's the quarterback, Nick's back to throw. He's in the pocket, shoots it upfield. He caught his own pass as Coos batted it in the air, and it's going to be complete for a loss back to the 39. What about that play, Bill Hunt?
Well, I tell you what, Robert, that's his dad, Stephen Kuntz, that again got his hands up in the air on his pass rush, and he knocked the ball up in the air, but the quarterback caught it, and then Coffee tackled him, and it was a completed pass, the quarterback to the quarterback, for about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
All right, it's at the 39 of Coffee. Now it's third down and 14 at the 39. Clock shows 4:13 left. Here's Nix to throw. Under a rush, fires it downfield. It is complete on a great catch. No, they rule it incomplete. Let's see.
Coffee man's got the football, so I know he didn't catch it.
I don't know who made that hit. I believe that was Charles Smith or Skipworth.
Skipworth.
Boy, what a hit on Grice. I thought he caught it. Yeah.
Well, I thought he did too. He went up in the air, jumped up in the air about 3 feet, it looked like. Looked like he had the ball in his hand, but Skipworth hit him just as the ball got to the receiver, and as they fell to the ground, the ball went incomplete.
So now, all of a sudden, Bill, they're sending a kick team on, and I don't know. It's hard to figure out the strategy of Conrad Nix, who's gone for it almost all night long. And let's see. Well, they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now they shift into punt formation.
I wouldn't believe he's going to kick it.
Well, let's see. It's fourth and a long way to go. And here's the snap. He's going to boot it. He gets it out of there. Coffee's going to get away from it. Ball hits at the 10. Five-skin skips into the end zone, barely inside the flag. Ooh, boy. Coffee puts it in play at the 20. Well, I tell you what, he's got strange strategy over there. With 3:56 to go, he's gone for it all night long, and with less than 4 minutes to go in the game and trailing, he punts. And Coffee now has it at the 20. With just 3:56 to go, and now come on, offense. Let's carry our share of the load here in the second half and try to run some clock off.
Well, I don't believe Coffee's got over 1 first down, maybe not even that much in the second half, and Albertville has all 3 timeouts left, so they were trying to get them backed up as deep as they could and get the ball in good field position.
All right, it's at the 20, and here's Ingram, who leaps into the air and is knocked back. He just tried to leap for yardage and was hit hard. Let's see where they mark him. He might not have got anything. No gain. The ball at the 20. It's second and 10. And Coffee will take as much time as they can between plays. Their defense has just been super, particularly that secondary, led by Darrell Higgins. He has broken up several passes and had a key interception at the goal line a moment ago. 14-7. Coffee trying to hang on. 3:20 to go. Clock running. Here's second down and 10. Coffee runs out of the wishbone. from the 20. Phillips are going to run back and keep it, and is hit and might have fallen forward to the line of scrimmage. He did, so it's third down. He was trying to run off a little time there. Third down and 10 at the 20.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working to keep natural gas rates low and cost-effective for you. A $20 application fee will start the wheels in motion to have a natural gas service installed at your residence. Our engineering department will plot new mains and draw up a work order for your new service. The meter shop will check, repair, and test all meters before they're installed. Materials will be distributed by our warehouse personnel. Then a service line will be connected at the road, run to your residence, and a meter installed. So call us today and let us hook you up to the comforts of natural gas living.
Here's third down and 10 for Coffee with 2:59 to go. Here's the quarterback, Phillips. He keeps it and is hit back at the 16-yard line for a loss. And Reed Garner, 6'3", 255, wrapped him up. And now it's fourth down. So Coffee sends Max Pride, their punter, in, and the defense will have to make one last stand to try to preserve the win here tonight. Albertville has been in Coffee territory the entire fourth quarter. And now Coffee will punt it away. And back to receive the kick is J.D. Powell, number 40, and he's back at the midfield strike.
Well, they're going after this punt again. 10 men on the line of scrimmage.
Abernathy with the snap. Pride fumbles the snap, picks it up, and falls down at the goal line. They're going to call a safety. They're going to call a safety on Max Pride, the punter.
That's the best thing Max could have done. I don't know if he knew what he was doing or not, but he picked the ball up at about the 1-yard line, and he fell over into the end zone. If he had tried to run it forward, Albertville would have taken the ball over at Coffey's 1 or 2 yard line. This way, Albertville gets 2 points. They'll get the ball kicked to them, but they're not going to have near the field position.
The ball went right through his hands, and he fumbled the ball and fell on it in the end zone for a safety, and now Coffey will have to free kick it. And the bad thing about that, Bill Hunt, is that gives them 2 points. It could turn out to be the difference. With 2:17 to go, now all they've got to do is score. Before, they would have to score and go for 2 to win the game, or at least maybe tie it. But now, at safety, we're going to see how much of a factor or how much in play that becomes. Coffey will free kick it, and they're going to let Max Pride punt it from the 20. So Albertville will have just over 2 minutes to go to try to win the game. 14-9. Coffey leads by 2. And will kick the ball. Max Pride will punt it from his own 20. All right, there it is, and it's a free kick, and he booms it upfield. Ball hit at the 35 and taken at that point. Back to the 40, 50. Back to the 40, and finally lassoed down at the Coffey 36-yard line.
There goes a flag.
And Coffey may get a flag here on the end of that play.
Face mask.
Boy, it's falling in on Coffey, and they're about to blow this lead unless they can pull off another defensive miracle stand here. They had it right where they wanted it, but the offense failed to move in the fourth quarter, or rather fact, the entire second half. They just didn't give the defense any breathing room. The defense has played outstanding. And let's see if they're going to be called on one more time to try to stop Albertville here. But Coffey had a safety a minute ago, and now they free kicked it. And I believe a face mask is what we've detected on the end of that great punt return on the free kick.
They're calling it a personal foul. I don't know if it was a face mask or hitting late, but it is a personal foul, and that's a major difference penalty. It's going to give Albertville the ball on Coffey's 21-yard line, 1st and 10, and there's 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game. And one key thing, Albertville has 2 timeouts left.
All right, here we go, and here they come. We're going down to the wire. Albertville with the ball at the Coffey 21. Now Coffey leading 14-9. Next to throw, he's going for the marbles into the end zone and broken up in the end zone. And I believe that was Higgins again.
Yes, sir.
It was. Boy, what a play he has come up with tonight. He has been all over the receivers for Albertville and has broken up numerous passes and intercepted one at the goal line earlier in this quarter. Here is second down and 10. Coffey, Nick, draw play, Soper. He got a yard to the 20. So they tried to fool Coffey with a draw, and now it's third down and about 9 with 1:52 to go. And the clock is running. The ball is at the 20. 3rd and 9. Let's see what Coffey does. 1:44 and the clock running. Coffee leads 14-9. This one's going down to the wire. 3rd down and 9 from the 20. Here is Nix to throw. He's got time, shoots it downfield. It's over the head of the intended receiver and broken up. The ball was tipped. Skipworth was all poised to intercept it in the end zone, but the ball was tipped away, and now it's 4th down and 9.
Darrell Higgins went up and tipped the ball that time. The ball was overthrown to Grice, who was the intended receiver, and Higgins was behind Grice. He jumped up at the same time, tipped the ball, but Skipworth was sitting right in the end zone waiting to catch it. But you don't know that's going to happen. You got to go after that football.
This could be the biggest play of the season right here. Coffee in a big area battle. 4th down and 9 with a minute and a half to play in the game. Here is 4th down. Hicks goes back to throw. He's back at the 28-yard line. And Coffee takes over. Juan Jones has done it all night long, and he did it when it counted. As he poured in on Nix and sacked him on 4th down at the 28-yard line, and Coffee has the ball with a minute 24 to play.
Woo, what a defensive stand by Coffee. They've done it all year long. 1st and 10 for Albertville on Coffee's 20-yard line, had all the momentum going for him, and then Coffee comes up after 4 plays. They've got him back at the 28-yard line. So big defensive stand by the Coffee Yellow Jackets.
All right, here's Phillips. He drives straight ahead to the 30. He'll just try to run the clock out. 1 minute left to go in the game, and Albertville wants a timeout.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
All right, with 59 seconds to go, Grissom has defeated Austin, so Coffee sets up the big match next week if they can just hold on to the ball right here. Phillips takes the ball. He's going to run an option play to try to run out some time, and he's pulled down at the 29-yard line. And Albertville spends their last time out. So Coffee will go to Joe Davis Stadium next week and battle the Grissom Tigers in the final Area 14 game of the year. But if Coffee can hang on and win here, and Grissom happens to beat them next week, they'll still be alive in the area race, and it would depend on, I think, the Albertville-Austin matchup a little bit later on. But, Bill, if Austin, they've only won 1 game. If they don't score any more points than they've been scoring, Coffee's got a good chance of Albertville beating them.
Well, that's right. Grissom, 6-0. You feel like if you can hold a team to 6 points, you're going to win the football game. But quite obviously, Austin didn't have much offense tonight, or either Grissom has a great defense. So it's going to be a tough battle for Coffee. But Albertville's going to get the football back right here if Coffee can't do anything, because there's 53 seconds left, and it's 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Coffee.
All right, and they're not going to do anything fancy, so Albertville will probably get it back unless Coffee can pull out a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Ingram, running wide at the 30. He breaks into the secondary at the 35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the Aggie 44 now to bounds, and Coffee has a 1st down.
Vernon Ingram, he was just trying to kill some time, it looked like, running off the left side, and it looked like nobody from Albertville wanted to tackle him, so he just turned on the speed, got to the outside, and ran it all the way down to Albertville's 44-yard line. Big play, Vernon Ingram.
Oh, and the Coffee offense comes up with a big one when they need it. 1st down and 10. Albertville with no timeouts remaining. Coffee puts Darrell Higgins way back deep in the offensive backfield to prevent any kind of a fumble, and Phillips falls on the football at the 41-yard line. So the clock will run. Coffee will have to run just 1 more play, and they will escape here tonight with a great area win over Albertville to take the Area 14 lead. They lead 14-9, but the defense, particularly the secondary, really fought off the Aggies in the second half, because it's been all Albertville in the second half offensively. Coffee's defense has played well, led by Juan Jones and Darrell Higgins. Phillips falls on the football back at the 48-yard line. Clock is 8, and let's watch the countdown for Coffee. Here it goes. Coffee has won the game. Coffee beats Albertville 14-9 to snap a 4-game losing streak and take the Area 14 lead with a record of 2-0. A great win by Coffee tonight, sparked by a super defensive effort in the second half.
Well, the defense been a lot the whole second half. I'm sure we'll get the stats in a minute, but Albertville picked up a lot of yardage. But when they got down on Coffee's goal line territory, the defense came up with the big plays and kept them out of the end zone. Wasn't very pretty, especially on offense, but it was a great win for the Coffee Yellow Jackets tonight.
And Grissom beats Austin 6-0. So Coffee and Grissom in the Area 14 finale next week, and Albertville will play Austin the same night. So we'll have to wait till next week to let you know if Coffee's in the playoffs tonight. But they took a big step forward tonight, and it looks as though they've got a great chance of making the playoffs. Of course, if they win next week, they'll win it outright. And we'll be back with a wrap-up of tonight's game in 60 seconds. Our final score, Coffee 14 and Albertville 9.
Color my world with hope of loving you.
Sure you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Coach, when the final horn went off, we looked at these statistics. Albertville had 60 plays offensively to our 39. They had the ball almost 8 more minutes. They had 3 times as many first downs, over 3 times as many total yards, but thank goodness the only thing that counts is the score. Coffee won it 14-9.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told a couple of reporters after the ball game. They made the same comments. We'd sort of lost the battle as far as the stats were concerned, and like I told the young man from Albertville and from Florence here, that really we don't worry about stats because the ball game's not played on a sheet of paper. It's played out there between those white lines, and really the only thing we're concerned with is what the final outcome up there on that scoreboard is.
Jim, after 7 games now, we snapped our losing streak the other night, but we've won 2 crucial area games, and we've got a very big one coming up Friday that we'll talk about in a moment. We're 3-4 on the year right now. This ball club beginning to get where you want them to be now with a big game against Grissom coming up Friday night?
Well, yeah, we believe so. Of course, we told them all along that we won the games that we needed to win as far as the playoff picture is concerned. And of course, this one coming in with Albertville, it was just like a second season for us. We felt like we was in the driver's seat. We told the kids if we won Friday night, that's just a step closer, and if we'd got the right combination Friday night, we'd have been locked in anyhow. But as it is, we're still in the driver's seat as far as we're concerned at 2-0, and we've got our destiny in our own hands come Friday night. Whatever we want to do with it. But as far as coming along with the people that we played in the last 4 or 5 weeks, Amherst, Hampton, and Talbot counties, and people like that, we've come a long way with some young people that we've had to play and some changes that we've had to make on both sides of football. I'm just extremely pleased and proud of them.
Jim, we want to mention a couple other players that kind of like linemen. They get lost in the shuffle. They don't get a lot of recognition as far as publicity is concerned, but they're so vital part of a football team. And you'll hear every major college coach, every pro coach, and high school coach tell you how important the kicking game is. Coffee's blessed with 2 good kickers in addition to Max Pride, whom we've already talked about tonight. One is Whitney Ford, our place kicker, who traditionally kicks that ball down inside the 10-yard line, sometimes in the end zone. But George Williams is our extra point field goal kicker, has not missed all year. He's 9 out of 9 on extra points, and the only field goal he's attempted were the only points we got against Lee. He made that one. So, Jim, kickoff and extra point kicking in good hands.
They certainly are, Jerry. And again, you know, sometimes we we get tied up with offensive people and defensive people, and we have a tendency to leave them out. But they're certainly not forgotten. And we're blessed. Whitney has an extremely strong leg. He kicks off for us, and if we get within range, long range, we would use him. And of course, George just puts so much into it. In fact, all three of them, they're out there every day kicking. Sometimes I'm amazed they can even kick as much as they kick during practice. But he's extremely accurate with his leg, and he takes a lot of pride and puts a lot of work into it.
Okay, we're at this point of the season now where Coffee plays Grissom this coming Friday night. It'll be on the road at the Joe Davis Baseball Stadium in Huntsville. It's Coffee's final Area 14 game of the year. You know, Coffee, Grissom, Albertville, and Austin are the 4 Area 14 teams. Champion and the runner-up both go to the playoffs, and the situation is as simple as this. You either can be the champion, you're the runner-up, or you're not anything. You're eliminated. So here's where Coffee stands right now. It's as simple as this. We play Grissom Friday night. At the same time, Albertville plays Austin at Albertville. If Coffee wins against Grissom, they're automatically the Area 14 champs with an undefeated 3-0 area mark. Now, 2 things can happen if Coffee loses to Grissom. 1, they can be eliminated. 2, they can make it as a runner-up. If they lose and Albertville loses to Austin, Coffee will make the playoffs as the Area 14 runner-up. If Coffee loses to Grissom and Albertville beats Austin, then Coffee is eliminated. So it's as plain and simple as that, Jim. All you got to do is beat Grissom and not worry about the other games.
Yeah, that's simple. Yeah, it is. But that's the way it should be. Really, we don't want to think about the other combination. We're going to try to take care of ourselves. We want to be the area champ. We want to be undefeated in our area, and most of all, we want to get into the thing and have the first round of the playoffs at Brawley Stadium for our fans. So that's the attitude we're going to take, and we're going to try to take care of ourselves and not have to back into anything.
Jalen Smith was talking before the game when we were talking a little bit ahead about the Grissom game, and he says, well, I hope it doesn't rain. Every time we go to Huntsville, it rains. We've even had one game moved from the baseball field over to the football Milton Frank Stadium because of rain 2 years ago. This morning's forecast, rain for Friday.
Oh, dude, I didn't see that one. I was watching it last night, and it had sunshine up there. So I don't know. Coach Stewart, I know he's awful upset about it.
Well, anyway, it's Coffee Grissom. Big game Friday night. Be at the baseball park, Joe Davis Stadium. See you there. The guys need your support. Airtime will be at 7 on WLAY-FM in case you can't miss it. We'll have the replay next Monday at 5. Until then, this is Jerry Knight for head coach Jim Hartley saying thanks for watching.